Alright, welcome back to the second part of our Mosin Nagant complete breakdown. Right now we're going to show you how to completely disassemble your Mosin Nagant bolt and then put it back together again. So, starting off here. As you can see, we just pulled this out of the rifle. It's in the cock position. What we're going to want to do now, to get it, you can see everything is together and tight. What we're going to want to do right now is decock it, okay? So, what you're going to want to do is grab onto the cocking piece here and grab your bolt handle. And the easiest way is just flip it forward, okay? I'll show you one more time. Click it back, okay? One more time, hold on to here, and flip it forward, okay? Now that we just decocked it, everything's going to be able to come apart now. So, now that's decocked, we're going to be able to slide the bolt head off. You're just going to twist here, this, and come forward. And now you're going to be able to pull the guide off. Okay, slide that forward, just like that. Okay, set this aside. Next, we're going to need to take the firing pin out, and to do that, we're going to need to take the pressure off of the firing spring, okay, or the firing pin, sorry, and the spring inside. So to do that, for me the easiest way is I just put it back into the cock position, like this. And now you're going to want to take the pressure off of the spring inside that's holding onto the cocking piece. So to do that, if you just push down on here, you can see that it pushes the spring down. It takes the pressure off of the cocking piece here. Okay, so we're going to push down, and then we're going to unscrew. Okay, so now the cocking piece is off. Let this up slowly because it's under spring pressure. Okay. Then you'll be able to pull the bolt off, and then the spring, and then there's your firing pin. Easy, piece of cake, right? Okay, now we're going to show you how to stick it all back together again. So you're going to take your firing pin, you're going to take your spring, slide the spring over the firing pin, you're going to take your bolt, slide this over the spring and the pin. Now you're going to take, now you have to compress the spring to get the cocking piece to be able to screw back on. So you're going to push down on it, like that, take the cocking piece, okay, and screw this in just like that. So, now that we did that, the firing pin's back in, and it's hooked to the cocking piece. Now you'll notice here on the back of the cocking piece, there's these two little marks, and then you have the grooves that are in the flathead there. What you're going to want to do with this is, you're going to want to adjust that screw so that it lines, so that it's flush with this piece here, so there's no, you can't feel it. And then two, that it lines up with those two lines that are marked there. So what you're going to do now to do this is take your guide, and you'll notice that your guide has a little fork on the end. Well, these forks conveniently slide right into the firing pin, and you can turn them. And as you turn the firing pin, you'll see that it turns that screw on the back of the cocking piece. So what we're going to want to do, make sure that this is flush and that the head is lined up with those markings. So we'll turn it here like this. Okay. And we're lined up now and flush. And after adjusting the firing pin against the cocking piece there, what we're going to do is decock it. Okay. Then you're going to be able to take your guide, slide your guide on. Make sure your little back two forks line up here. It's this piece. Get out of the way. So that's on. Okay. Next, we're going to take our bolt head, and then you're going to see that there's a little detent here on the guide, and there's an opening here on the bolt head. You're going to want to line those up. Okay. And then rotate this up to where this little guy here on the head is going to slide right into the front opening on the bolt there. And then it's gonna pull a little bit forward on it, but as long as this stays here in this spot here, watch, I'll show you when I do it, it's gonna be okay. So it comes up a little bit and then it locks back in. Okay, I'll show you from up here. So as you're rotating this here, just turn it up, and that's gonna go in there. So now everything is in place, okay, and it's all lined up. So we're gonna put it back in the cock position to lock everything up. So what you're gonna do is grab onto the cocking piece and grab a hold of the bolt handle here and just turn it back up. Okay, and now we can see that everything is in the right place and everything's locked up and in line. I'll show you one more time how that works. So we're gonna decock it like that. Now you're just gonna hold on here and turn. Okay, and then we're cocked, and this is all back together again and ready to go.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, sure.
Nah.
That's what you should have said. Just let it keep going.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Just now.
Oh, perfect.
Sure.
And then
No
said,
silence?
Nah.
Alright, never mind.